Hey guys, Logan here, and welcome to my brand new series of movie reviews. This is going to be 4 Harry Potter movies. It's very exciting. I'm very excited to do this. I'm going to be reviewing every Harry Potter film leading up to Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And I have done so many series of reviews leading up to, of old movies leading up to new ones. And past examples for this are Star Wars movies, Liam Neeson movies, Steven Spielberg movies, MCU movies, Jurassic Park movies, Mission Impossible movies, and Predator movies. This is going to be my series of movie reviews. It's for Harry Potter films. So the first review that I will be starting off my Harry Potter series of reviews is going to be for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, if you are in the UK or somewhere else outside of America. The first book in the entire Harry Potter novel series, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, became hugely popular since its release in many bookstores like Barnes & Noble or some other bookstores. And a lot of people at that time, including young children, were buying so many copies of the book. And carried it everywhere and just reading everywhere. Just reading the whole book in like every place that they visit. It was such a popular book back in 2001, I believe, or 2000 or 1999. I can't exactly remember the date of the book's publish date, but I do remember that it's somewhere between late 1990s and early 2000s. Nevertheless, the book became humongously popular, so much so that it became into a movie. And that's pretty incredible. And one last thing before I get into the movie, I'm the brother of one of, if not the biggest Harry Potter fan I have ever seen in my life. She is a huge Harry Potter fan. She read the books. She got me into Harry Potter because of the movies. Well, mostly the books, but I don't read books. But she tells them the books for me, and she really got me into the whole Harry Potter thing. So I'm really a fan of Harry Potter. She and I even visited the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Studios in Orlando, and it was a lot of fun. We visited there multiple times for many years. It was just that fantastic. We had a lot of fun every time we went there. Now, let's get into the movie. If you don't know what the plot of this movie is about, spoilers, basically Harry Potter gets the young Harry Potter who survived from Voldemort, who was responsible for the deaths of Harry Potter's parents, gets located by Hagrid, and he heads his way to Hogwarts, a magical school about magical arts and everything that is related with magic and everything. And he gets to learn all of that, and he soon found out about the Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, and he's trying to figure out where it is and who is the philosopher responsible for the stone. So now I'm done with the plot. Let's get into the characters. First of all, Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe, back in his child performance as the character of Harry Potter in this film, was terrific. He was casted brilliantly in the entire film. He's just that really good. Daniel Radcliffe was fantastic as Harry Potter. Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley and Emma Watson as Hermione Granger. There's 3 of the best characters in the entire franchise. Not just in this film. They really felt like the type of characters that you would want to be friends with, without a shadow of a doubt. You really felt so comfortable with being related to them. You really felt so much for them, and you really want to care for them, and you do care for them. They are everything that you would see yourself being friends with. That's so excellent. to do in a movie like this. And how can I ever do this review without talking about Alan Rickman as Severus Snape, Professor Severus Snape, one of the coolest characters, if not the coolest character in the entire Harry Potter franchise. I keep saying that, but it's true. Like Chris Stuckman said in his review for this film, there's this slimy, intensely savage feel from this character that you get the sense of from him. He's just that fantastic. And Alec Rickman, rest in peace. This is one of your best roles ever. And Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall, what can I say? What can I freaking say about Professor McGonagall, played by Maggie Smith? She's like the type of teacher that you would absolutely want to be taught by in a school like Hogwarts, which, by the way, is a fantastic school, and I will get into more of Hogwarts and everything else about it in just a few minutes. But Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall, she is like the type of female professor slash school teacher that you would absolutely want to be taught by. And obviously, let's talk about Hagrid, one of the best lovable, big, huge size characters I have ever seen, period. You just absolutely want to hug or squeeze him so tightly. He's just that fantastic. I love Hagrid. He's just a fantastic guy. He seems like the kind of guy you would absolutely want to talk with. Richard Harris as Professor Albus Dumbledore, he's very good in this movie. He plays a very good Albus Dumbledore, although I would prefer, if it were up for me, I would prefer Michael Gambon, I think that's how you say his last name, as Professor Dumbledore. I think he's a better Dumbledore than Richard Harris. It's not to say that Richard Harris is not a good Dumbledore, but it's still in all. Michael Gambon, better Dumbledore for me personally. Now, with that being said, rest in peace once again to Richard Harris. Now let's talk about the whole Hogwarts and the magic within it. It looks fantastic. It really looks like the type of school that you would absolutely want to go to without any hesitation, without any doubt, without any regret, or anything else that comes with it. It really looks like the type of school that really doesn't make you think twice about going. And the magic was so cool. Everything else, the pollutions, and just everything else. The wands look fantastic. It just makes me wish that it was real. This film and the franchise in general makes me wish that Hogwarts is real. You really get the sense of how fantastic and magical Hogwarts is, and it makes you sad to think that it's just all fiction, which is so... Yeah, J.K. Rowling created a fantastic world, a fantastic universe, and just a fantastic everything else of the entire world of Harry Potter. And the score by John Williams, I think it's done by John Williams, was very good. It's a very good score that he has done. It's not one of his best scores, I will say, but it's definitely worth listening to when you watch this movie, as well as not watching it. Let's talk about some of the issues I have with this film. This is not one of the best Harry Potter films ever made, I will argue, but it's still a very good Harry Potter film. With that being said, let's talk about some of the issues. There were a few moments throughout this film's runtime where it makes you feel like that this film is a setup for future installments of the Harry Potter franchise. It definitely felt like a setup movie for future installments. And at the same time, it tries to create a compelling story, one revolving around the Philosopher's/Sorcerer Stone. This film struggled to have a very good balance between trying to set up for future installments and having a very good, well-written story, and very interesting story. And the Quidditch scene. While it is a very good scene, and I actually enjoy that scene, at the same time, it looks very dated. There were a few CGI effects there and there within the Quidditch scene that really didn't look all that great. They look like they haven't been 100% done when this movie was released. And the CGI on Voldemort looks a bit also dated. It didn't really look all realistic. It looked like the CGI on him didn't look 100% finished within the whole post-production process for this film. It looked like they haven't done to the fullest on that, special effect on, Lord Voldemort. That's my other complaint with this movie. However, I will say that despite those issues that I just mentioned, despite this movie being a setup movie for future installments to come after this one, it is a pretty good film, and it's a pretty good start of a franchise that later became better and better, or at least at some installments. It introduces you to characters that you love and cared for, like Harry Potter. It gives you a compelling story that you are invested to. It gives you some pretty stellar action scenes there and there. There were plenty of action scenes, not very much, but plenty of action scenes to be found. They're very entertaining. I'm going to give Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone a gold medal of honor. So anyway guys, that is my review for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. My next review in my Harry Potter series of reviews is going to be for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It will be up next week on Saturday. I think that's the date. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to check. It might be Saturday, but nonetheless, it will be up next week. So anyway guys, oh, and by the way, my review for Rocky 5 will be up tomorrow, so stay tuned on that one. If you guys enjoyed my review, please click the like button, and if you have already watched this movie, comment below and let me know what you think of it. If you enjoy what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.